What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrifice my time so you don't have to. Who would have thunk it? A show that I rarely review. I can't even remember the last time I reviewed like an entire episode of Raw. Have I reviewed an entire episode of Raw on this channel? Or has it really been since the Millennial Smart channel? I reviewed segments here and there, but I don't think I reviewed an entire episode of Raw on this channel. I could be mistaken. But before we go into the card for day one tonight, do me a favor. Give me 1 second, because there's something I want to read for you guys really, really quick. I got the link down in the description box below. This is an article titled, Mercedes Moné Now Expected to End Up in AEW. Coming from the perspective of Sean Ross Sapp. He says, those that we've spoken to expect her to land in All Elite Wrestling. Though nobody could confirm she signed on the dotted line, of late, in both WWE and AEW, there have been instances, specifically with Will Ospreay and CM Punk, where the physical contracts were not signed until the day of their appearances with AEW and WWE respectively. One source claimed that they heard AEW and Mercedes were close to agreeing on terms, but said it's never official until it's official. It also says, she was absolutely talking with WWE. From what I was told, they were far apart on money. There was one person in WWE who said, until she shows up and I read this already on the other Mercedes Moné video, didn't I? But I'll read it again, though. She was absolutely talking with WWE. From what I was told, they were far apart on money. There was one person in WWE who said, until she shows up and signs a contract, just remember what happened with Punk. I was told that this afternoon. Just remember what happened with Punk. I was told that by multiple people that they were far apart on money. Oh, so that's what they mean by that. Because I remember when I was reading that, I was like, what do they mean? Just remember what happened to Punk. Because Punk showed up in WWE, but the way they're making it sound like it's like, well, Mercedes Moné won't show up in WWE, but remember Punk. I guess they mean like Punk signed the contract like at the very, very last minute. I guess that's what they're alluding to. So let me know how you guys feel about that, huh? Well, actually, is there anything else to read on this? Oh, wait, hang on. The other thing with her is she has another, the other thing with her is she has another thing. Wow, the way that, against the G, here you go again. The other thing with her is she has another thing with her, whether it's acting or other companies she's involved in, that could be an issue. With AEW, I think she would have more freedom to act, although WWE will probably give you more freedom now than under Vince because he's a controlling person. I feel like I read that already too. But again, if you want to read more of the article, it's right there. But how do you guys feel about that? Mercedes Moné, 9 times out of 10, looking like she might show up in AEW. I know some people are going to probably be like, oh, Devontae, it may be a work. Oh, okay, it may be okay, I understand you saying it was a work with CM Punk, with him might not showing up in WWE. But there was nobody like saying, oh, he's going to show up in AEW. They were just explicitly saying he's not going to show up in WWE. But with Mercedes Moné, they're flat out saying, well, there's a good shot that she's going to show up in AEW. So I don't know if that argument actually works when you say like, oh, Devontae, she might not show up in WWE and, she might show up in WWE, but it's being a work and she might... That argument only works if they're just alluding to WWE. The fact that they even brought up AEW in this circumstance, it's very telling. Now, we don't know if she's going to show up in AEW, but from the looks of it, if you ask me, that looks like that might be the case. To be fair, I really don't give a shit either way. But, hey, just to kind of keep you guys caught up on the news, I was going to make that a standalone video, but I didn't really feel like talking about it. I already had my little quota fill with Mercedes Moné earlier this week. Go check out that video if you want more context. I buried the shit out of her because she sucks. But with that being said, let's talk about day one. Let's see the card for tonight. Because I remember seeing it earlier. It looked like I said, it was like a really, really strong NXT card is what it looked like circa 2016. Minus Seth Rollins, but even if you want to bring Seth Rollins to the equation, maybe you could say 2012 if these guys were like, some of them were old enough. But we got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tegan Nox and Natalya versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, number one contender match for the women's tag team titles. Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Now for the WWE Women's World title. The card in itself doesn't really look that appealing to me. Again, it looks like a really, really strong NXT card, like I said. That Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre match is going to be fire, though, so that should be awesome. Is there anything else worth talking about for this card tonight? Other than that, I don't see anything else special. Oh, I will say this. There is speculation that there's supposed to be a former world champion or a former champion showing up in WWE tonight. A lot of people are saying Andrade, but we'll see how that's going to be. We'll see how that's going to work out. Seems like it's going to be a fun show regardless. The card doesn't look too strong, but I feel like WWE can make up for it. It ain't like AEW where I know they're going to have a weak card and they're going to focus on the matches knowing that it's a weak card. With WWE, it's a weak card, but there's a bunch of other shit that I feel like might actually happen on the show outside of the match card itself. Will we get a CM Punk sighting, for an example? Just have to wait and see. So with that being said, folks, let's jump directly into the card and enjoy the review. Let go. All right, made it through 2 segments. That was interesting. I would say that the outcome, and it's funny because I see so many people who were saying things like, oh, Becky Lynch is using this. Damn! Becky Lynch is using this in order to kind of reroute herself so you can start preparing her for Rhea Ripley. I think the Rhea Ripley match is going to happen at WrestleMania between her and Becky Lynch. No doubt about it. But you got to be joking to not think that Becky Lynch and Bayley, for that matter, aren't going to be favorites going into that Royal Rumble, right? I even got another prediction for you guys. Now, I might be wrong. I'll be wrong here if I'm, whatever. But I'm marking it right now. Damage Control is going to turn on Bayley on SmackDown. Just going to say it outright just like that. Damage Control will turn on Bayley this upcoming week on SmackDown. You got the Royal Rumble coming up. I know you want to build up some anticipation, some suspense. You know what? Actually, I take that back. Maybe I won't say that. Because they were playing up this whole storyline like Bayley wants to take the championship away from Rhea Ripley. Now, it'll probably be after the Royal Rumble because I'm assuming that Bayley will have to fail first. And then they're going to turn on her to build up to the Elimination Chamber, right? Okay, so maybe it'll be after the Royal Rumble. All right, never mind. I take that back. But Becky Lynch had a match against Nia Jax. It was kind of boring, but, it progressed the story. I don't think it was really there to kind of engage the audience. I mean, maybe the live audience, but not the house audience. At the end of the day, you got Nia Jax. She fucking sucks. And Becky Lynch, for me, is like one of the most overrated women in terms of everything, but specifically her in-ring performance. Well, actually, everything about Becky Lynch is completely overrated. But, the finish came essentially when Becky Lynch was trying to go for I'm assuming, because she does that little leg drop when the person is hanging over the ropes, right? I'm assuming that's what she was trying to go for. And Nia just stole her right in her shit. Just boom, punched her right in the face. And she hit her with the bonsai. I don't know what she calls it, but I think I heard a name for the move, but it's the bonsai drop essentially. And she got the win off of that. They're trying to play off of Becky Lynch, and she's bleeding from the mouth and bleeding from the nose, and okay, that's fine. Again, you're trying to keep Nia Jax hot because I'm assuming she's going to be the next challenger for Rhea Ripley going into the Royal Rumble. That's why you had to beat Becky Lynch. Becky's fine. She's a made woman anyways, okay? She's still going to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So, it is what it is. And we also had a little bit of a promo with Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura. It's kind of the same spiel you've been seeing between these guys for the past couple of weeks now, at least from what I've been hearing. I've been seeing snippets of it on YouTube, but this is my first time seeing it live. And Cody Rhodes still cutting the same boring-ass promos, talking about, I'm here to finish my story, and Shinsuke, I should have been done with you already. It's oh, God, he's so boring on the microphone. He has the skills, don't get it twisted, but God damn it all, that script. It's killing my boy. And Shinsuke Nakamura comes on the Titantron, and they kind of, at first they were recapping, Shinsuke's horrible promo from 2 weeks ago, the nightmare before Christmas, because, Cody Rhodes is he's a nightmare, that's his nickname, that's his nickname, Cody Rhodes, he's a nightmare, Jesus Christ. They kind of recapped his promo from 2 weeks ago, and then he went into a diatribe about, beating Cody Rhodes and all this other shit. CM Punk is next week. That sucks. I had him in a thumbnail and everything. His bitch ass gonna stay there too. Fuck that. Clickbait for me, Punk. Clickbait for me. But yeah, essentially, Shinsuke Nakamura is just like talking about, because Cody Rhodes is like, every babyface, I want a rematch tonight. And then Shinsuke was like, nah, you're going to wait till next week, little bitch boy, okay? You're going to have to continue dreaming for next week, okay, little boy? Funny thing is, he actually did say that. That was one of the lines. And then he, spit red mist at the camera. Ew, fucking gross, dude. Your nasty-ass fucking Jap breath over the goddamn camera. Gross. And then Cody Rhodes, kind of gets out the ring. And that was pretty much it. And now you have Jey Uso and Kofi Kingston. And they're about to take on Imperium right now. Jey Uso's so fucking hype. He comes out and he's just bouncing his arms. And Kofi Kingston, he's wearing new attire. Or at least I've never seen him in this attire before. And it looks like it's going to be a good match. You got two adversaries who kind of feuded for the longest when you're the Usos versus the New Day, and now they're partners. They're best friends forever, best friends forever. So with that being said, let's hear this match, let's see this match, and let's go on with this match, and I'll get back with you punk ass bitches after this match, okay? Toodaloo. I swear to God, R-Truth is so underrated, bro. I don't laugh at everything he does, but at the same time, bro, the dude is legitimately 100% entertaining as shit, bro. He puts a smile on my face. I love R-Truth, man. I go all the way back to the K-Quick days. We getting rowdy. About to move some things. Oh, y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I probably was swimming in your dad's ball set when K-Quick and the Road Dogg Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? Man, I'm showing my age right now, am I? But they're about to have a match in a little bit. It's going to be The Miz and R-Truth reuniting as the Awesome Truth to take on the Judgment Day. Something else, too, I want to talk about. Man, Dominic, bro. See, I don't understand what you guys are talking about, man. See, you got people who get, that cool heat, that, oh my God, I love you so much, but in reality, you're a bad guy. I'm not supposed to cheer you, but I can't help but cheer you, even though you're a bad guy. But I love bad guys because we live in 2024 and we're a bunch of goddamn degenerates. Okay, I understand. I get it. I understand. It's okay. But Dirty Dominic, man, he's one of the only people in wrestling to get legitimate fucking heat. Even more so than the Roman Reigns. You guys can't tell me. There's nobody in professional wrestling who gets heat like Dirty Dom. Nobody. No. And actually, it's funny. The older he gets, I never was able to see it because of his hair. But I'm looking at his face. Because I used to always say to myself, because Mysterio, he's darker. He's shorter. He's always bald. And I was never able to see the resemblance between Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. But as if the older Dominic gets, and I look at his face oh, okay. Yeah, he definitely looks like Rey Mysterio from 1999. It's oh yeah, Devontae, that's his dad. No shit! Dumbass nigga! Pay attention! I'm saying, he looks like him. It's the older he gets, I can actually finally see it a little bit. He looks like when Rey Mysterio got unmasked for the first time from Kevin Nash. In the face. Yeah, his hair and his little soul patch he has going on kind of throws everything up. But when you look directly at his face, his eyes, his lips, that sounds gay as fuck right now. Pause! Well, they have a match about to happen right now. It was a fun segment. And I won't touch on this too long because I put out a short if you guys want to go watch it. That match with Kofi Kingston and Jey Uso, it was supposed to be them versus Giovanni, Vinci, and what's buddy's name again? Kaiser. I forgot his fucking name. Luke Kaiser. Era 404. The Kaiser guy. I forgot his fucking name though. Imperium. Fuck. They were supposed to have a tag team match, and I guess there was a situation. Again, go look at the short. But Kofi Kingston hit a drop kick in Fabian Aichner's face, and Giovanni Vinci. God, I'm so used to calling him Fabian. He kicked him in the face. How the fuck do I know his old name, but I can't figure out the Kaiser guy's name? What the hell is it? Luke Kaiser? No, it's not. Ludwig Kaiser. Boom! Delete your comment right now, motherfucker. I know you fucking typed it out. Well, they had a match, and, Kofi kicked him in the face with a draw kick, mid-air collision. Boom! And the referees, man, professionals, bro. That was AEW. They would have wrestled for another 5 minutes before that. What's that guy, Rick Knox? Before he would have... Actually, the guy would have probably died, and Rick Knox would have probably went to go check on him and be like, you know what? I think he's still breathing. He has a little bit of a pulse, okay? Oh, wait, no, that's just his muscles locking up. Yeah, it's okay, though. Still have the match. Go ahead. What's one more controversy in AEW, right? Go ahead. Continue the match, all right? You think I'm joking? Go look at Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara from 4... Damn, that was 4 years ago now, huh? Damn, that was fast. Go look at that match. Think I'm joking? I am so serious. That is a shoot right from the hip, brother. Pow! Right in the kisser. But with that being said, let's get back to the TV show. We got Imperium. We got the Reuniting Awesome Truth. Let's go! All right, so I'll make this quick because apparently, and I got it wrong. I guess it's not a former champion; it's a former WWE champion. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. That's going to come up next during this commercial break or after this commercial break. So I'll make this quick, really fast. The R-Truth and the Miz match, it was just all for comedy. Like I said before, it was all ha ha, oh, ha ha, giggity, ha ha. We all understand. I did like the finish though. It was funny. You had R-Truth, and he was kind of conflicted because this whole time he's like, "I'm teaming up with Dominic." But the Miz is like, "No, you're not teaming up with Dominic." But he's like, "I'm in the Judgment Day." And the Miz is like, "Yeah, but you're my partner." And Dominic is like, JD McDonough, he has the Miz kind of tied up and like in a full Nelson, right? And he's like telling R-Truth to hit him. Dominic is like, "Yeah, R-Truth, hit him." And R-Truth is like looking at Dominic. He's like, "Damn, he's a part of the Judgment Day. And JD's not a part of the Judgment Day, but he's telling me to hit him, so I'm sorry." He tried to do the whole Shawn Michaels Ric Flair spot from WrestleMania 24 when Shawn's like, the whole super kick, sweet chin music spot, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I love you." Well, he did that, but the Miz ducked and he punched JD McDonough, and then the Miz knocked off what's his name from the apron, Dominic Mysterio. And then R-Truth is like looking at JD and he's like, "You're not a part of the Judgment Day." And he throws him into the Miz and he has a skull crusher finale. It was a funny finish. I liked it. Again, R-Truth does no wrong in my eyes. It's like, I like him. He's entertaining as shit. You know what wasn't entertaining though? This whole little club skit with Kaden Carter and Katana Chance and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. That was cringe as fuck. I like Katana Chance, Kaden Carter as a tag team. But man, this party gimmick is so fucking cringe. They like have like a little bit of a vignette or a gimmick when they come into the club and they're like dancing all cringy and shit. And Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, they're like going into the VIP room or VIP lounge or whatever, and they confront Katana and Kaden to get another title shot. They accept it. They're like, "We're fighting champions," and they throw a glass of liquid in their face. That was cringe. This is all cringe. I mean, they're a great tag team, built off of them, but yeah. More vignettes too, by the way. Just not these kind of vignettes. And we had a match just now with Rhea Ripley and Ivy Now. Ivy Now she's a good wrestler. I think she was probably the best opponent that Rhea Ripley has had with some of these NXT wrestlers. But at the same time, bro, like, I know you're trying to build up Rhea, but man, between Zoe Starks and then you had the other girl from the Academy team with Chad Gable and Otis, and now you got Ivy Now. I know what they're trying to do, but man, she needs more competent opponents, man. Ivy was the best of the bunch, and this was a decent match. I mean, you had the WWE crowd because they're a bunch of fucking sheep and muppets going, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" There was nothing awesome about this match. It was a solid match, but let's not get fucking out of control, okay? It was just a really solid match with a really dope finish. I liked the finish. Ivy Now tried to go for a crossbody, and Rhea Ripley just headbutted her in midair. Then she hit her with a knee strike in the face and then, put her down for Riptide. I did like the spot with Ivy Now also when Rhea was on the turnbuckle and she kind of like German suplexed her off of it. Rhea sold the shit out of it. It was a solid match. It was a good match. Again, the best out of all the NXT opponents. But at the same time, let's not get too fucking crazy now, shall we? But with that being said, Raw just came back on right now, and I'll be right back to talk about this so-called former WWE champion. So let's get to that right about now. Okay. So, that WWE former champion, you guys want to know who it was? You ready for this? You ready? It was the modern Maharaja! It was Jiggle My Balls! And he was telling you guys, America, you think you're this big, giant superpower? No, you are living in the era of the Maharaja. And you know what? We are living in the era of the Maharaja. I agree with you, Jiggle My Balls. I think right now you exposed America. It wasn't just the likes of a Iron Sheik. He didn't throw him out there, but let me give him a little bit of a shout out. It wasn't the likes of a Muhammad Hassan who exposed the evil and corruption of America. It was a Mahade Maharaja. It was the Beastmaster himself. It was the legendary Jiggle My Balls. Nah, let's get real. It was The Rock. The Rock came back. If you smell what the steroids are injecting. Holy shit, The Rock is massive, dude. Like, he is massive. Like, massive. That, bro, he is wearing a tank top and it looks like a bra. Like, holy shit. And he has such a nugget. Like, his head looks like such a nougat, bro. This is gonna sound gay as hell. Pause for a second, but I'm so serious about this. I seen The Rock's head, and for a split second, I actually took my hand and I like covered up a portion of his face on my TV. And I'm looking at his head. And I'm just like, damn, bro. If you package that up really nicely, it looks like a caramel nougat. Like, he has like the most delectable head. And I just want to eat his head. People are like, Devontae, you are so goddamn right. I know, right? You are saying he has a nougat delicious head too. And that's okay. That's okay, because we're coming together and we're agreeing on things like The Rock and his nougat goodness inside of his head that you want to munch on. No, but let's get serious for a second, because there are some things that came out of this promo that made me scratch my head, made me rub my chin a little bit. It made me kind of do that little motion where people look up in the air for some reason while rubbing their chin and they're thinking. It made me do that. I don't know why people do that for. It looks like you're taking a shit and you're confused whether or not you have to pee sitting down. You have to, because you're taking a shit. But they went back and forth on the microphone. The modern day Maharaja is holding his own. Okay, Jiggle My Balls is doing his thing. The Rock with his lame ass dad jokes that went out of style back in 1985 that he tried to use in 1999 to suck them, but he has so much charisma he made it work, but it doesn't feel exactly the same nowadays because he doesn't have his $500 shirt on. His shades look like he got that from Walmart. It looks like he got his pins from the corner store. Looks like he's wearing lugs, boots with an attitude. Rock, you're not funny, okay? I'm not funny either, okay? Actually, I am. I'm so fucking funny. If you don't say that I'm funny, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna make you say that I'm funny. How? Because I'm gonna rape your wife. I'm joking. In a video game, I'm gonna rape her. In a video game. But no, Rocky's making all these corny ass dad jokes. He's saying all these things. You're a douchebag. Day one douchebag. You are a douchebag. No, Rocky, you're a douchebag. Like, seriously, you are the purest definition. Like, really. I'm not even saying that as an insult. He is, like, the biggest douchebag. Do you see how he's carrying himself? You are a fucking douche, Rock. And he actually did that. He had the audience go back and forth with the day one douchebag. So he's so fucking lame, bro. I swear. I love The Rock, okay? I love The Rock, okay? And you know what's even funnier? Is it just me? And maybe I'm just the only one because I'm just so fucking, like, terminally online with the political stuff. It wasn't lost on me that he's like doing the whole America spiel, and it's like, dude, like, you're in San Diego, bro, okay? Like, they hate America too. That's why they weren't really popping so much for the America, fuck yeah, stuff that you were doing, because you're in San Diego, Rock, okay? You're like in the epicenter of fucking progressive hell, okay? As soon as you go out to your car, if it's not guarded by your 1,001,000 bodyguards, there's a good chance that it was probably broken into, okay? And that person who broke into your car most likely had their car broken into, because you're in fucking California, dude, okay? They hate America about as much as gender. They're probably in the back of their mind saying, damn, gender, you saying a lot. You snapping, bro, yeah. America, fuck yeah, you snapping, bro. And we get to the conclusion, because The Rock, he ended up beating up Jinder Mahal, selling like a motherfucker too, by the way, at the age of 51 years old, okay? Selling his ass off, doing a good job. Gave him some nice gnarly rock punches. Gave him a nice little spine buster to Jinder Mahal, who's taking notes as far as how he get back on the juice, just like The Rock is currently right now. Seriously, that dude is taking steroids. And he kind of hits him with the spine buster. He hits him with the 1-2, buckle my shoe, the 3-4, shut the troll, the 5-6, and the sticks, and the 7-8, and yeah, I forgot how to count. And him with the people's elbow. He dropped the elbow, gave him a little bit of the smackdown on his candy ass, right? But that's not the important part. That's not the important part. I'm kind of hiding the headline right now. I'm kind of like burying the lead, if you will, okay? This motherfucker said, do you want to see me, California, eat at a bar? Do you want to see me eat somewhere that I can't remember because I'm an idiot right now? Or would you like to see me eat at the head of the table? So how do you guys feel about that, huh? The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That's clearly what he was alluding to. And that's fine. That's good. That's okay with me, quite frankly. The question is, was he alluding to that because that's going to be a match coming up at WrestleMania this year? He did kind of left that kind of open-ended, didn't he? I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that's fine. I like everything that I've seen, okay? The Rock, it's always nice to see The Rock. I mean, granted, I seen it all over Twitter earlier, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't see any of that. I'm going to pretend like The Rock was an actual surprise tonight. I'm going to pretend that The Rock came tonight and he was coming here to save me from this episode of Raw that I fucking hate right now so far, okay? We still got Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, okay? I see right now Shayna Baszler getting ready to team up with Tegan Nox. Wait, no. Is that Tegan Nox? No. That's, what the fuck is that girl name again? The one that was Zoe Starks. Yeah, I kind of get them mixed up sometimes. They both look like lesbos, so it's kind of hard. Actually, I think Tegan Nox is a lesbo. Whatever. So, with that being said, we got our daily dose of Rock, got our daily dose of steroids. Let's get into this tag team match, because I think afterwards is a thing. You know what? Fuck it. I'm never going to watch the tag team match. Fuck the tag team title match, okay? Fuck the number one contender for the tag team. Oh, it is Tegan Nox right there. Look at that coincidence. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Skipping this tag team match, because I have something else better to do with my life. We're going to go directly into the main event, or whatever segment's going to come directly after this, before the main event, because, again, not going to talk about this match, because, again, I got to go take a poo, and that's what I'm going to go do right now. So with that being said, help me out here, folks, and go on to the next segment. Lego. I don't know. Was it just me, or did that main event just feel a tad bit disappointing? I swear, everybody does so much of professional wrestling nowadays that I just can never bring myself to giving a shit about the in-ring action anymore. Like, is it just me, or it's, I don't know. Maybe when you're younger, I feel like you're a little bit more susceptible to not really giving a shit, especially when you grew up in this era, and it's like something that you're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You're just used to it, you know what I mean? I've been seeing this stuff, like this type of wrestling on the indie circuit for, well, I guess it has been 20 years now, over 20 years, probably like 21 or 22 years at this point, since watching, ROH back in 2002. And, for me, it's just one of those things where it's like, I've seen it all, and it just doesn't hit anymore. And especially now when it's on the mainstream level, and these guys wrestle like cruiserweights did about 25, 30 years ago, it just, nothing really hits the same anymore. And this match for me, I felt like, again, I say this all the time when it comes to a really good caliber main event with really virtually no story attached to it, at least in my opinion. Like, yeah, there's character development, but there's no story, an actual angle attached to it. It all just kind of feels a little bit too contrived for me. It feels like, you're just spinning your wheels and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, just because you have to, because it's a special event, rather than doing it because it necessitates it. And this match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre from an in-ring perspective just kind of speaks volumes to that. Nothing tonight as far as in-ring action is I consider good. The show in itself, besides the Rock stuff and the announcement of, or at least the teaser with Roman Reigns, was probably the only thing that was good tonight. I didn't like this episode of Raw. I thought it was shit. I thought this was a garbage episode of Raw. This was bad. This is a very, very bad episode. But at the same time, though, at least it was newsworthy. At least it kept a couple of things going. I like the R-Truth stuff a little tiny bit. And again, like I said, with the Rock and Roman Reigns, at least there was some news that came out of this. And next week we got CM Punk. What else is happening next week? I can't believe I'm actually announcing this, but the women tag team titles are going to be on the line, as if anyone gives a shit. And Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura are going to have a match next week also. But to talk about this main event, though, again, it was nothing special that you have to go out of your way to go see. I mean, they didn't do anything spectacular. The finish in itself, though, was whatever, I guess. It didn't really forward. I mean, yeah, it forward stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure Drew McIntyre is still going to do his Bret Hart 1987 pissy, bitchy, moany, groany attitude. He's going to continue that, obviously, especially with the finish. Essentially, Damian Priest came out and he tried to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase, right? And he was about to before Drew McIntyre outside of the ring caught him with a Claymore kick and hit Dominic Mysterio for belly to belly on the floor. That was actually that was after Damian Priest distracted the referee by having Dominic Mysterio run around the ring to distract him and then hitting Seth Rollins with the briefcase, right? Which allowed Drew McIntyre to get back in the ring after hitting a Claymore on Damian Priest and the belly to belly on Dom. He gets in the ring and he hits Seth Rollins with a Claymore kick. He has him for the pin cover, but like he kind of over rotates the pinfall, and Seth Rollins' feet actually ended up on the ropes, which is bad luck for him. A solid coincidence, right? If I do say so myself. For some reason, Drew McIntyre goes full retard. He takes the announcement table off for some reason. He could have just, pulled him in the middle of the ring and pinned him again. I mean, God, you ever see wrestlers perform, and even though they're in character, you just say to yourself, you are not even baby faces, just wrestlers in general are some of the most dumbest motherfuckers when they're in character. I swear to God. No one in their right mind, if they were having a legitimate competition, would do what Drew McIntyre just did. Nigga, pull him out of the ropes and pin him again, or set him up for another Claymore kick. Whatever, dude. Whatever. He goes out the ring and he attempts to put Seth Rollins through the announcement table, but Seth reverses and he hits a pedigree on the announcement table. Didn't break. Threw him back in the ring and then hit him with the curb stomp to get the win and retain his WWE Championship. Again, it was paint by numbers type of match. The finish was uninspiring as hell. I didn't really care for the finish all too much. It just was there. And it's pretty much just, again, spinning his wheels while we're getting closer and closer to the Royal Rumble. And again, nothing about tonight. I mean, obviously the production for WWE is always going to be miles ahead of a show like an AEW, for an example. So you got some nice vignettes throughout the night. In particular, some of the stuff with Ivy Nile and Rhea Ripley. Their constant reminder of fucking CM Punk. Did you guys know he's going to be here next week? Jesus Christ. Tell me one more time, will you, Michael Cole? And again, the stuff from The Rock was actually pretty cool. But with the exception of that, if I had to give this show a grade, it would for sure be like a very, very high D. And that's mainly because The Rock was there. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. If you watched this day one pay-per-view along with your boy, did you have fun watching the show? What were some of your favorite moments of the show? And how do you feel about what's being prepared for Rock and Roman Reigns? Do you feel like this match is going to happen at WrestleMania? How do you feel about CM Punk returning next week? What do you think is going to set up for the Royal Rumble going forward? And just overall, how do you feel about Raw going throughout the next year or so? How do you feel about WWE going throughout the next year or so? Coming up is going to be Wednesday Night Dynamite, because I will be reviewing that show too. And I also will be reviewing the New Year's Day. What's it called? Is it the Revolution? Is it called New Year's Revolution also for SmackDown? I can't remember. But I'll be reviewing that show also on SmackDown, on top of all the crazy news and stuff that'll be happening throughout the week. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. And as always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you folks later. Deuces, and I pee a motherfucking ice. Later, guys.